my name is Holly Starnchek, and for my final project, I created a communication plan on the science and ethics of proper parrot keeping. Parrots are extremely intelligent, long-lived animals that are no more than a generation or two removed from the wild. As such, they are considered undomesticated, unlike most other animals kept as pets. This can make them extremely difficult to successfully keep in captivity, as they have high rates of maladaptive and stereotypic behaviors, such as feather plucking, self-mutilating, screaming, and aggressive biting. Because of this, along with their extremely long lifespans, which can range from 60 to 80 years or more, they are very commonly rehomed. My communication plan is aimed at current and prospective parrot owners to increase captive parrot welfare by increasing the amount of readily accessible husbandry information, increasing adherence to suggested husbandry needs, as well as decreasing the number of young parrots purchased while instead increasing the number of birds fostered or adopted. In order to carry out this plan, I examined the parrot welfare and rehoming organization Phoenix Landing, which operates out of Asheville, North Carolina. My research covered parrot cognition and intelligence, understanding the mentality of pet and parrot owners, background information on Phoenix Landing, as well as understanding and gathering relevant information on science communication. Parrot cognition research is a rapidly growing field with recent findings illuminating the incredible mental facilities of these birds. Their high sociability and need for a flock structure make them along with their impressive ability to correctly use human language, might make them seem like they would be great pets. However, their wild nature and tendency toward neurotic and maladaptive behaviors actually make them quite difficult to keep in captivity. While several publics were considered for this communication plan, including veterinary workers, zookeepers, government agencies, and aviary staff, prospective and current parrot owners were determined to be the most appropriate audience. The key messages include that parrots are highly intelligent, long-lived species that take a massive financial, time, and emotional commitment to keep correctly. Research should be conducted by all prospective parrot owners before a parrot is obtained. Minimum care standards are necessary to keep parrots in captivity ethically, and prospective parrot owners should always consider adoption over purchasing. The objectives include increasing overall attendance at any of Phoenix Landing's educational offerings by 10% in the year 2021 as compared to 2019, increase the number of unique visitors to Phoenix Landing's website by 15% in 2021 as compared to 2019, create a downloadable before you obtain a parrot educational guide and see that it is downloaded at least 200 times in 2021, and increase the number of parrots placed into foster or adoptive homes by Phoenix Landing to 160 animals in 2021 as compared to 134 in 2019. The years 2021 and 2019 were selected because the pandemic has made conducting face-to-face educational classes as well as rehoming parrots essentially come to a complete stop this year. Thus, the values for 2020 are considered an anomaly and cannot be adequately assessed. Many strategies and tactics will need to be implemented to ensure that this plan is a success. Increasing attendance to educational offerings will need to see that they are advertised to a broader range of prospective and current parrot owners. Educational offerings should also be presented with a greater frequency as well as cover a greater range of topics than they currently do. Increasing the number of visitors to the web page will entail directing more traffic to the Phoenix Landing website. This may actually happen naturally this year as less face-to-face offerings are being conducted and much of the educational material is being moved to an online-only format. To increase overall awareness, ads on other websites may be increased as well as increasing outreach to other parrot rehoming organizations as well as parrot keeping clubs. One particular tactic would be to incorporate an Ask an Avian Expert section on the Phoenix Landing website. This would increase bidirectional communication, trust, and overall awareness while also helping owners increase the welfare of their captive parrots. To see that the educational before you obtain a parrot document objective is reached, the document must first be created. Then it must be adequately advertised and presented. Methods of doing this include through the website, via the Phoenix Landing newsletter, which is sent out monthly, through avian veterinarians, as well as increasing awareness in bird clubs. Formative research is suggested to make this guide as useful and accessible to as many parrot owners as possible. Finally, seeing the number of parrots adopted increase to the value of 160 will involve reaching prospective parrot owners before they purchase a parrot. This may entail setting up a Phoenix Landing booth at parrot fairs, which occur all across the country throughout the year, and educating people as they stop by. Additionally, setting up adoption events at pet stores would also be considered extremely useful. In order to consider this plan a success, all of the values listed within the objective section will be measured. The values in 2021 will be compared to those in 2019. If the number of attendees at educational events increases by 10%, the number of visitors at the Phoenix Landing website increases by 15%, the educational guide is downloaded 200 times, and the number of parrots placed in new homes reaches 160 animals, this plan will be considered wholly successful. Even if the goals are not met completely, any improvement will be considered a net positive. Because the general idea of this plan is to increase the quality of life and overall welfare for such intelligent social animals, any movement forward will be considered a success.